Well, let's have the here's how. And this week, here's how to get your mate bit of a reputation. Keep ringing up the RSPCA and telling them that you can hear dogs whimpering and that you've seen someone repeatedly take different dogs into their house. Tell them that you're worried he's collecting them for something sinister. Tell them that you're not certain, but you could almost swear that you could see them chained up in little 3/4 rooms through them net curtains with some bright lights shining on them and what seemed like oddly decorated half walls, almost themed. Say that you know it sounds strange, but you could almost swear that Rottweiler were wearing some form of headset. Start telling people in the pub that you don't recognise that if they're after something a little exotic, to speak to the guy you came in with and tell him to say that Harry sent me, he said, you're the guy. Regularly hire amateur actors to approach his front door wearing police uniforms. Use their phone to ring all the local taxi ranks in your town and order taxis to other houses. Always using your mate's real name though, but never his real address. Before long, all the taxi operators are going to know his name. Start up a little crowd-funded business that ships large empty boxes to his house every time somebody pays into it. This way, the local postman's going to get to know him, and the neighbours that are taking in all of the mail's going to get to know them too. It's going to make him seem like some form of popular guy. Arrange to meet them in a public place, but then don't actually meet them. Just go straight to the local security guard and say that you think that they've stolen some underwear and that you could swear you saw them stuff it up the trouser leg. Put posters around with her face saying, have you seen this man? Now, everyone that recognises her will probably be too worried to approach them because they're not going to know what to say. Put signs in front of their neighbour's house that says, hi, I have a child with learning disabilities and he loves hearing the sound of car horns. Please, give him a honk as you pass. Then attach it to the hedge or fence, but conceal some rape alarms in the signs that disconnect when the sign gets tampered with. Not only is this going to piss your mate off, but everyone's going to think he's got it in for the fictitious disabled kid next door when they see him removing these signs. Regularly inform local newspapers in different areas around the country of made-up acts your mate's done, donated huge sums to charity, taking part in massive walks, white-collar boxing champion, anything that you might think could get him a half-a-page spread in the local rag of a town he's never visited. Put fake notices on his road, like them laminated ones or the ones in little plastic files that says he's looking to extend his house vertically, just on the lampposts and that. Only every few months though, and just make it look like he's reapplied to add another story to his house. And that's the end of this week's Here's How. If you're like me, a pseudo-intellectual, what you might enjoy are my books. You've got Uneducated Guesses, where I found a load of big words I don't know the meaning to and then tried to work out what they mean by breaking down the syllables and doing illustration for each one. You've got How to Date an Antique Table, A Lover's Guide, which is a book that will tell you how to get your end away with an antique table, complete with how to find an antique table, where to take an antique table on a date, like you could take it dogging, you could take it to the cinema, you could take it for a picnic, and some chat-up lines as well, like, I know I'm drunk, but you look absolutely canted. And even then you got some pictures in the back of some of my taxidermy and that as well. And you've got my third book, More You Know, which is a book of very well researched fake facts. Just a book of lies, basically. And some of them were suggested, as in topic-wise, were suggested by some of the people from TikTok. So you might, even if you took part in that, you might even have your username on the first couple pages of that book. Anyway, if you, like I say, if you're enjoying these, you might like the books. And you can get access to the books through Patreon or through my website.
Every month you rent, you're paying someone else's mortgage, building their equity, following their rules. There's a better way. Homeownership means stable, predictable payments, and every one of them works for you, not your landlord. City Ventures is California's leading builder of smart, innovative new homes, and right now owning may be closer than you think. See the numbers for yourself at cityventures.com. That's cityventures.com.